Lay. Sir. Yeah. Yeah.
Kane is in the building, nigga.
Alright, already the show goes on all night till the morning. We dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the sun? Just remember when you come up. The show goes on. Alright, already the show goes on all night till the morning. We dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the sun? Just remember when you come up. The show goes on. Have you ever had the feeling that you was being had? Don't that shit that make you mad? They treat you like a slave, put chains all on your soul and put whips up on your back. They be lying through they teeth, hope you slip up off your path. I don't switch up, I just laugh, put my kicks up on they desk, unaffected by they threats, then get busy on they ass. See, that's how that shut down made me, that's how my daddy raised me. That glittering may not be gold, don't let nobody play me. If you are my homeboy, you never have to pay me. Go and put your hands up, when times is hard you stand up. LUP the man, cause a brand that the fans trust. So even if they ban us, they'll never slow my plans up. Already the show goes on all night till the morning. We dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the sun? Just remember when you come up. The show goes on. Alright, already the show goes on all night.
Chat, good morning, baby. Good morning, good morning. How's everyone doing? Kiggs, good morning, my brother. Kiggs is, this man is already slashed the markets. He's actually done for the day. He's just going to be here for the Kiggs. Good morning, my brother.
Morning, brother.
How are you feeling after yesterday?
Feeling good, eh? I must say I was a bit chalk last night, but I am feeling alive and energized again today.
It was a hectic one, I'm not going to lie.
But you know what, I'm glad to see how we just pulled together and got it done.
Yeah, chat, sorry for not streaming yesterday. If you guys saw what a rush it was to pack everything up. I think we had 40 minutes to pack everything
but
up.
Even when we got back to the office, the power was still out here.
Yeah, power was still out. Substation blew again. And yeah, but we got it done. I think it was a very good podcast with Rydell. And yeah, everything didn't go as planned yesterday. Our camera was a little bit choked. That was on us. We didn't even get a chance to like set the scene there. But we made it happen. So I really appreciate all the support. Also, just want to say thank you to Rydell for coming out to come and visit us. We'll definitely do some more stuff with him in the future. And yeah, please go and support his channel as well, Rydell Fix. And yeah, Chad, we're gonna get going. It is Kiggs, I don't know, what do you think? I thought the week was gonna play out a lot different Monday, Tuesday. Obviously one directional moves, but I think the big one obviously tonight. What do you rate?
Yeah, I think the markets definitely are starting to come alive. I think we were talking about this earlier in the office. I'm having a little bit of a happy dance today. It is the 31st of Jan. So meaning this shit period on the markets comes to an end today. And markets really come alive and get back to how things are meant to be from tomorrow moving forward. So, and I think definitely FOMC for the dollar kickstarting that off. But also keep in mind, we've got, we still have like a euro, the German CPI coming out today.
German, I think we had German CPI. No, sorry, CPI, I'm talking about GDP. Yeah, I think you're right. Chad, let's quickly look at it. We're going to prep you guys for FOMC. Keegan's also going to be later this afternoon during the 4 o'clock stream, pre-NYSE into NYSE. You guys will be well prepped for FOMC tonight. And firstly, just quickly looking at the economic calendar. Let me just bring this in so you guys can actually see what I'm looking at here. So we had German IPI, import price index, retail sales, and all of that came out lower than expected. So things slowing down a little bit in Germany in terms of inflation. We've got some PPI, producer prices, CPI coming out of France as well. And what else do we have this morning? That's relatively it. We had some data overnight from Japan, and then obviously the big one later this afternoon, CPI, as Keegan mentioned, out of the German zone, 3 o'clock. Mo, just let me know if the sound is clipping. Chad, just let me know if the sound is good. Just want to make sure we are not clipping here. But CPI a little bit, ADP employment change as well, and then the big one tonight, Fed monetary policy decision, FOMC press conference as well. That's a big one. Forget everything else. The press conference is where it's going to be at. Everything else is just noise. But we're going to prep you guys very shortly for tonight as well. We're going to give you all 3 scenarios. If you want to trade it, I hardly trade it unless there's a very, very good setup. Also purely due to the fact that I'm a dad and I have to put my kids to sleep, and usually at that time my son could be difficult. Maybe tonight he falls asleep quite easily, but other than that, we're gonna get straight into it, Chad. We're gonna get going with DXY, still in the daily range, nothing to really report here. As mentioned, the weekly for me is still bullish. Looking at the weekly, we have yet to come down. We are still within this weekly range right here. So basically stating that while we hold the support down here, just want to show you guys that bottom of the range here, we can come and fill out the range to the upside. However, we can start getting bearish this week if we get something like this. This weekly candle already taking out last week's high. So if we get something like this where we take out a previous weekly high, we come all the way down, say something like this maybe, with a nice thick red body candle closure below there, then we are technically rejecting this area right here. Then that previous support area then actually becomes resistance, and all of this was a fake out into that range. So one of 2 scenarios. The other scenario is this weekly candle is going to close above here, and if we close above 103.65, very easy for us to then come all the way back up to 104.62. So that is the 2 scenarios we've got going on the weekly. I just want to paint a picture here for you guys. Daily time frame, let's quickly jump down. Daily on the dollar, again, as mentioned, that range still within this range. Again, price trying to break out now early this morning, no bottom wick. Very, very interesting, still neutral on the day. However, here's my interesting very, very interesting fact from yesterday, around about what is this, 20 to 6. You can clearly see some selling pressure starting to come into the market. We had a lot of selling volume coming in as well, and now already the 80 is pointing down, already trading below the 200. So was this the move now to fake out the early buyers? Are they going to park it in the range for us up until FOMC? I don't know, but we've got a massive Asia range, and very, very easy for me this morning. We've already taken Asia highs. We've got this nice little level here, and this is going to be the battle zone for us this morning. Whatever happens here at 103.22, that's the top of the daily range. So either we're going to continue higher from here, do something like this, or what's going to happen is we're going to get the fake out. This was all a fake out. We're going to break down lower, and we can trade this all the way back down to Asia lows. Also, weirdly enough, a nice little gap there, little Asia gap. You know how we like our Asia gaps. Okay. Keegs, over to you for your dollar analysis. Keegs is live.
All right, guys. So keep in mind, so yesterday we were bearish. Obviously, I spoke to you guys once we had tested that on Monday. Yesterday we were going to be bearish, and even though we gapped down, we traded up as that fake out and then melted off. Only reason dollar came back, there were some fundamental statements that came out just in the dollar, and that's basically where, as you guys can see, that was just at 5 o'clock. Absolutely destroyed a few people, and then markets basically just priced back in for what happened. But dollar is still bearish on my side. As we talk about long term, dollar is definitely moving to the bearish side of things. So at this point in time, we've traded up the whole day, just having that quick pullback, but Asia lows untested, daily pivot untested, EQ untested for that retest. So all I'm going to wait for is literally this flip zone again to get back underneath or to get the retest and see dollar fall off. So again, it's a bit of a waiting game this morning. I think, if anything, we might still see a bit of consolidation around here for a while, but I'll wait for that breakout to hold its resistance and see dollar start melting off. But I am still bearish on the dollar.
Beautiful. Thanks, Keegs. Chad, over to US30. I hope you guys took some notes yesterday. I said, please do not sell into this market. Still price discovery. If you were trying to sell into this, please go and rewatch yesterday's stream. Go and rewatch Monday's stream. Clear breakout, a little bit of a gap up. Still bullish on the day, still bullish on the week. 5-minute time frame. Yesterday was a little bit choppy after the open, but then basically held Asia lows and it just propelled to the upside. This morning, we've got Asia highs intact, Asia lows already taken. We've got this 200. So let's see, yesterday that 200 holding as support. So again, I think the 200 is going to be critical for today. Also 80 relatively bullish, or not relatively, this is bullish as you can get. If it was ever bullish, it is bullish now. I think for some reason they're going to park it maybe a little bit in the range up until the presser. But for some buyers, look at this 200. If there's some type of deeper retrace, watch the daily pivot. Otherwise, intercession, check Asia lows, check Asia highs. I think they're going to make another run for the highs. So it feels wrong buying at all-time highs, but also it should be feeling wrong to sell into such a bullish market as well. Daily time frame on NASDAQ, however, very, very interesting. NASDAQ struggling here, going to some type of range all the way back down here. I would almost consider this a failed breakout to the upside. Yesterday we were bullish, didn't get that bullish continuation, closed all the way back in the range. So now we're stuck in this range right here. Only way we can really, let's call it that, the NASDAQ bulls can really take control of this market is a daily closure above here. Once we get a daily closure above there, I think this thing is A4 away, but up until then, this could be your daily range that we could be stuck in. Similar to DXY, so on the day, I'm technically going to be neutral due to the fact that we actually closed bearish. We did break a daily flat body support. Let me just zoom in here for you guys. This for me is a little bit of a structure break. There we take out, yeah, so took out a previous daily high, closed below the support, and I'm going to put a little line here. I think this is the battleground for NASDAQ today. That little white line there, and then also that little black line up there. So if this thing's going to continue bearish, you want to be monitoring this level here. Also coincides with the 200 EMA. If we start rejecting there, this thing is going to come much lower. Asia low still intact. So a little bit of divergence between US30 and NASDAQ. So potential sells here. Otherwise, if we start holding above this level, 17,400, this level right here, we could go higher. Or the alternative scenario is we start rejecting here. Maybe even get like a little fake out above and then something like that to come and retarget Asia lows. And then potentially the daily S1. So wouldn't trade it down here, Chad. I would say wait, set some alerts right here, see what happens here, and that is your zone to execute from. Keegs, US30, NASDAQ.
Ready, brother?
Drop it for the guys. You are live.
All right, guys. So NAS pretty much playing out as you said yesterday. We wanted more of that bullish push, but we did mention that the Monday, Tuesday we could see a bit of a pullback. We literally did pull back into our same zone we've been watching and testing the whole time. So literally coming back to that area and now holding around there. Very, very simple. So first thing we're going to be going back for the bullish outlook. That always was the plan. We just wanted that pullback to start off the week. So as you guys can see, that is our low area of support. Basically looking for that retest, coming a bit short, and then today still closing at the bottom. But really what I like with NAS, we have now taken out, if you want to say, a nice low or equals, and then basically no top wick. So we definitely want to see this thing start flipping. Now on the 4 hour, you can see if we can get this closure back in back above this, I'd love to see this go long. But if we do land up pushing back down and closing underneath this zone, I could see the sells coming in. So I'm not completely switched off to the sells on this, but I am more to the buys on NAS. But definitely is also our pivot and EQ switching around. So now we're going to be trading back up to the pivot and to the EQ. So again, very, very tight range on NASDAQ this morning, but as we are at our key area, we want to see this hold. So very, very simple. If we can start getting back above Asia highs and holding this, I'll look to start going long to trade up to the daily pivot and the EQ again. But again, keep in mind, I'm going to wait for that 4-hour closure because I want to see if we close above or below this key zone. Over the USD, as we mentioned, definitely this week the stronger out of the two. We can see that definite trade away. So we wanted to see it hold the weekly resistance as support, and that's exactly what it did. Traded right back above, and there we go. So all we're going to watch for now is see what happens at the R2. Keep in mind, our pivot and EQ is underneath us. So if we can go back down for that retest before start of the New York session, or even when it opens up, I'd love to see that hold and then trade back up. Otherwise, if we even start doing something like this, trading up again to the R1 and then literally holding that, I could see us trading down as the bigger move of the day to go test that pivot and the EQ. So again, it's a case of I am bullish, but it just depends which side we're going to get the bigger move to. Obviously, we want to catch the bigger side of the trade on the pair. So again, if we start trading up the whole day, I can see the sell-off come and then the continuation. Otherwise, if we can get the pullback, which is my preferred option, I would rather wait to get Asia lows regained. So see this basically, and then that's where we'll start looking for our entry.
Beautiful, thanks Geeks. UJ daily time frame, as mentioned, still bullish on the week. Yesterday holding this support, so this is becoming quite a level to contend with. Almost 6 days worth of price action into that zone and then closing above. Only way I can really get firmly bearish on this is if we get a daily candle closure like this today, because then we've got this range to fall to the downside. Otherwise, what you're going to see is we could be trading back into the range today to come and retest this 148.32 level right there. So this is becoming quite a strong zone for price. Price contained in how many pips is this? Almost 100 pip range. For UJ, that is a relatively tight range. So this is the range that we will be trading in. On the daily, I'm going to go with neutral purely due to the fact that we do not have two confirmed daily bullish candles. We only have literally one. So at any stage can this daily candle just flip around, take out the low and continue with this bearish movement. However, I do need to note that you can see here, this was a nice impulsive move to the upside and all of this is overlapping. So this is indicating to me this is corrective structure. This is not impulsive bearish structure. So this range can go on for a week, it can go on for a month, it can go on for one more day. But as soon as we get this break above and a closure above this zone right here, I think this thing is gone. We're going to go to the next zone. So neutral on the day, nice tight little range that we are trading in. 5-minute time frame, let's quickly look at it. So nice bullish price action during Asia, took Asia highs, rejected the weekly pivot again. We traded into the weekly pivot yesterday evening. We rejected the weekly pivot on Monday, so we're back at it again. So very easy for me. Weekly pivot in play, and then I wouldn't be trading within this range. 80 is starting to look bullish now. Is this correction over? I don't know. We will monitor this weekly pivot. We will monitor the daily pivot very close to the half round. But the fact that Asia lows are still intact, that gives me a little bit of anxiety. So we'll see how price develops into the open. GJ daily time frame, let's quickly look at it. GJ is still firmly bearish for me. Yesterday we were bearish due to the fact that we had that confirmed daily structure break. And now here's the thing, Chad. You can look at this candle and say this is a rejection, but the fact that it's still closed bearish is indicating to me that the bulls did not have the power to flip it above the daily open. So I'm going to expect at least a 80% to a 90% of this wick fill to come and retest this area again. So I'm going to be still bearish on the day unless we start breaking yesterday's high And on the 5 minute, let's quickly look at what we've got going on there. So you can see there's a little bit of a flip to the upside on the 80 where it's starting to look bullish, but now starting to break below the 200. Asia highs have been taken, so no need to concern ourselves about that. And then we've got the nice round number here at Asia lows. So what I'll potentially be looking for here a little bit later is a nice extension move below this level, create a session low, and then trade back into this 187, and that is where I'm going to start looking for executions to the downside. Actually, I had a very nice move yesterday straight after the open that would have given you a few pips. 15-minute shuffle there. There's the break. How many pips was this? Clean setup. Almost 30 pips to that key level. So bearish there for me. Just going to run through EJ real quick, and then Keeks can also give you his analysis on the yen pairs. Daily time frame on yen, euro yen. Let me just clean up these charts a little bit here, Chad. Give me 1 sec. Alrighty. Okay. Very interesting though for me on euro yen is yesterday we were bearish due to the fact we broke that daily support. But look at this now. We took out a previous daily low, we closed bullish, and we closed back inside of this range right here. So very odd to me that I am potentially leaning bullish to come and retest firstly this 160.44 and then even maybe this 160.80. No top wick on this candle, so I'm going to lean towards neutral bullish. So let me call it NB, neutral bullish. Let's see what the lower time frames are doing. Okay, lower time frames, we can clearly see that key level being rejected at Asia highs, trading below the daily pivot. That's also at around number 160. Okay, that idea, let's see, 80, yeah, I'm going to let price develop here. I don't necessarily want to sell the Asia lows unless we get a nice clean move below it. But otherwise, for the long scenario, I'm going to monitor this above here. So we're already 50 pips down on the day. And Keeks, over to you. Keeks, was there any headlines with yen?
Not that I've seen. There's been like little things that have been coming out.
Okay, after your analysis, just check for me what you can see on the terminal.
Yeah.
And all right, Keeks, you are live, my brother.
Okay, so guys, yen pairs. We're gonna start off with EJ. So EJ, thing is, I see the same thing that what Chris is talking about, and we really are holding this level. But again, it's going more if you want to say fundamental. I always talk to guys about fundamentals is your why, and euro is just chalked at the moment. Lagarde absolutely killed the euro yesterday, and basically I honestly believe that's still just being priced into the markets. So we obviously were trending down, and then it got a little bit of a pullback, and now today have that trade-off again. I am obviously aware, like, the weird thing is we have no top wick, we have none of this, so it definitely can be a turnaround, but I think there's just some key areas to look out for. So for example, if we can trade back up and then maybe only even reject off the weekly supply, retake Asia lows, start looking for that sell off the second attempt, I'll be leaning there. So again, it's a very almost neutral position I have on the day, especially if you go to the 4 hour. It really starts to look a bit choppy at this point in time, because of the reason you had this massive pull. You came down, yes, but then you did hold a zone, and you still were closing above other previous highs. So if this again candle closes like this, then very, very simple, you just wait for that retest and then see it melt off again. So again, very neutral position, but I'm going to rather wait for it. Now I'm going to try to jump the gun a bit early, but then going over to GJ. The pound is definitely stronger at this point in time, but again, yen absolutely actually has come into play this week. So I still want to go bearish on GJ, and probably EJ. I'm actually going to lean a bit more to the bearish side again, just because of fundamentals. But we will also get a bit of an update and then just get back to you guys if there was anything that came out on that side. The other day, I know there was.
Somebody's saying the
News.
chat minutes, BOJ minutes.
Yeah, there
I
was
must
news that
quickly-
came out.
I must actually check the minutes as well when
But
we're
yeah,
done.
I am going to be leaning more bearish, guys. So the thing is with GJ, I would see probably that thing of testing Asia lows. If we can pull back up, maybe hold the daily pivot, and then again, once we take Asia lows and hold it as a retest on resistance, then I'll start looking for that sells over there.
All right, Keegs, thank you so much. Chad, over to gold. Analysis yesterday playing out beautifully. Go check the Discord. This is one of the reversal setups. There you had that daily candle close back inside of this range. We said 2030 key level to monitor. I just want to see literally $1.5 below that level and then going to 2045 as lined out. Chad, again today I'm bullish. Why? We closed bullish yesterday. We've got this easy wick fill to the upside. So 2045 on deck today again. Nothing changing there for me. Bullish on the day. 5 minute time frame. What do we have on the 5? Okay, interesting. 80 is firmly bullish. We are now just trading below the 200, so it basically gave it a little bit of a kiss there, almost like that first kiss you had at school, but we need it now to go above that and hold above. I think then we A for away, otherwise we're gonna have an issue here. We've got these little equal highs here at Asia highs. I don't classify that as the Asia highs being taken. I'm going to give you 2 levels to monitor going into this session. 2035, this zone right here, lines up with all the EMAs, and then the other one is the breakout and continuation to the upside. Breaking the session highs, holding Asia highs, holding the daily pivot, and then we can go again for yesterday's highs. That is my play potentially. The short play is if we start breaking below 2030. 2030 is quite a key level. Just look left here with me. Keeks caught this on Monday. No, when did you? Yeah,
Monday.
Yeah, Monday. Keeks caught those shorts, broke through 2030, came all the way back down to the weekly pivot. So let's see. I'm bullish on the day. Yeah, I don't even want to look at a bearish scenario currently, but bullish on the day. Keeks gold for you. Let me know when you're ready.
Ready, brother.
All right, gold over to Keeks. Let's wrap gold up here for the Chad.
Okay, so gold, guys, I'm definitely still bullish. So when we go to the day, unfortunate, the trade yesterday, the plan, if you guys obviously paid attention, played out perfectly. So you guys would have obviously taken your trade over here. We can just go in the sessions. You guys would have seen this. So we trade up. We said we wanted that pullback, and basically when we retook Asia highs, which was over there. So literally, when we took it, held, wait for the retest, you guys would have got your trade basically over here, and that thing just rocketed to the top side. I know a lot of guys caught the sells, but our plan was the buys yesterday, and that was beautiful. We did say 2050, give us some grace, we were short by and hitting 2049, but we'll take that. So I hope some of you guys basically paid attention to that analysis yesterday. But again, on that bearish move, coming right back down to the same zone, testing that again perfectly and coming back up for us. So again, I'm still bullish. If you go over to the day, even though we had a bit of a pullback, we are still, even this time around, closing in the 2035 now. So again, very, very beautiful. I'm loving that we had the retest coming all the way back down and now all the way back up again. So all I'm literally going to be looking for today, guys, is this weekly key level, the 2035 again. I just want to see us basically close like this. So if we can retest the key level, purely because we are also holding our weekly resistance. So if we get something like this, a nice wick down, trade and close back above the key level, a nice retest, I'll even look to go long from here and hold that all the way as daily. Asia highs are remaining untested. Actually, at this point, I don't consider that on market open. And so it's only the one test. I want the second retest, and yes, our pivots there, but EQ also hasn't been tested. So I still want us to break through. And as I always say to you guys, if you're going to test something, you're going to test it. So that 2050 is still on the table.
All right, Chad, beautiful. Let's wrap it up here. Two more pairs to look at. We've got 43 seconds left before the market is open and in motion. GU daily time frame is looking bearish. I'm still going to remain neutral because we're still in this range. But however, we've got this wick fill, which should be relatively easy. So I'm going to lean towards the bear side. Otherwise, things can flip again. Remember, we've got FOMC tonight. So 5-minute time frame, what do we have on the 5? 80 is chalked. Okay, can confirm that 80 is chalked. We've got the monthly pivot level right there. Asia lows have been taken, Asia highs untested. I'm gonna actually look for potential longs above the monthly pivot. Otherwise, if we reject there, I'm gonna target yesterday's lows. So that is the plan on GU. And Chad, markets are open and in motion. Ding 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 ding. Round 1. Let's fight. Daily euro stepping to the downside. Yesterday closing bullish, however closing bullish still below that previous area of support. Here's that 200 EMA on the daily. Remember I said it's going to be a tough cookie to break. So again on the day neutral due to the fact that this is stepping. I don't like that.
Yeah, sorry, Chris, to get in there. The BOJ minutes showed that members' view is on a positive wage inflation for the cycle to be ending the negative rates.
Okay, so they again trying to jawbone their currency.
Yeah.
All right. A lot of clean range here from Asia highs. Daily pivot untested. We've tested that 200 EMA again this morning. I'm going to potentially, and this is maybe the wrong way to look at it, but potentially look for some buys if we start holding here to get this back to the daily pivot, even maybe all the way back to Asia highs, Chad. But that is the analysis. 30 minutes done and dusted. I hope you guys took some value from that, and I think we can start moving now and start getting geared up to take a trade. I have yet to take a trade this week. I thought it's going to be a lot more volatile, better setups. Unfortunately not. So I'm just going to set some alerts here. 121. Keek, sorry man, we didn't even go through your majors. You want to wrap up the majors for us?
We can do that.
Keeks is going to wrap the majors for us. You are live, brother.
Okay, so hold on. George GU literally got alerts going off now, so let's just quickly jump over to GU. Alright guys, so GU basically at that same zone of yesterday. So if you guys can see on the daily, we wanted those sells. We got a nice bearish push, but literally closing all the way back up. Again, that was a little bit of speeches that came up for the dollar having that strength. So previous dollar weakness and then the strength coming out only a bit later. So what I'm going to be looking at for today, guys, we've now tested, and the thing for me is we traded up to that key level hoping it would hold, and literally the next candle pushing us right back down. So for me, straight off the bat, all that's showing me is that the buyers cannot get it past there. So we are literally staying in this zone, and that's showing me that the sellers also are basically more inclined to be in power at this point in time. So we definitely want to see the sells start coming off here now. Literally what I'm going to be waiting for here, guys, is we are testing the EQ daily pivot untested with Asia high. So very, very simple. I want to see us test here. If we get that test and maybe a close back in here. But if we start doing something like this, we can easily go for those Asia highs that are untested. But again, more probable, and what I'd like to see today is I want to see us test this, hold it, and hold its resistance the second time. Once we can then break some structure, get a certain entry criteria, I'll start looking for those sells. Even once we can close under Asia lows, I will look for the sells and continue lower on GU. Then moving over to EU, I'm also bearish, and this is purely fundamental that the euro is chalked, and you can see the difference. This thing just absolutely melting away. So literally not a no-brainer for this one. All I want to see, guys, very, very simple. We are at Asia low, so I want to see a nice pullback even to the EQ. So if we can start doing something like this, taking out those highs, make a little retest, trade back above. That second time around, despite however high we come back up, when we come back for Asia lows, these equal lows and the lows over here even, when we can start taking those out, I'll look for my sells and continue lower.
Keeks, thank you so much. Chad, just looking at the Asian markets, Hang Seng closing down 1.6%. I don't know what's happening in China, but obviously some growth concerns there. And Nikkei closing up 0.7%. Let me just confirm. Yes, 0.6. So most likely JSE gonna get clapped today. Yebo already down almost 1%. So interesting. Slashy Cakes, good morning. Extra Crispy, Amina, Mark Pillay, Ruben, Easter Mace. Let's quickly run through it. Jared Nichols, Etienne Grobler, good morning, brother. Neil van der Westhuizen, Moriani Nsamani, brother of one of the MPs. Okay, let's stop it there. Kajan, Kili Peterman, lekker to see you here, Kili. Tyrese Jackson, Mastery Manifest. There we've got it, Chad. All of those manifestations coming into play here. Steve, Emil, Teresa F. Good morning, good morning. Good to see the ladies representing here as well. King Shaq, Ashton V, Ibimwa, Chef Rowley. Good morning, my brother. I love those caps. I love that you are loud and proud here today. Sound is okay. I hope it's okay, Mo. Fabio, good morning. Cheslin, Udaramus, Bongani, good morning, my brother. Another day, another dollar. Yes, that is the idea. Always. Warren J, Keenan Benjamin, good morning, my brother. Hope you are blessed. Jaden April, good morning, good morning. Jaden, I hope it was not you saying that we're using Rydal for views, because then I'm going to need to get you saved, my brother. Marley, good morning. Checks. Suhail Ishmael, good morning, good morning. Nto, James Bond, beautiful James Bond in the house, Chad. It's getting better and better here today. Turtle Trader, Wayne Kutsia, good to have you back, my brother. Sia Peasy, good morning, good morning. Kajan, morning. How are you going to trade FOMC today? We'll still chat about it, Kajan. There's a lot of time. Firstly, we're going to focus on what is at hand for the session before we start overlooking the rest of it. So don't get too clued up about FOMC later. Focus now is what's happening in session. How are we going to execute now going into the session? How are we going to manage our trades? And a little bit later, we are going to talk about the preparation for FOMC. Myself and Keegan will clearly outline it for you guys. So do not stress. You will not go unprepared into the session tonight, because I know a lot of you salivating to trade that FOMC. You already put some dollars aside that you are going to gamble, and you're going to make some brokers real proud, and some broker owners might even start booking their next holiday. Luke Green, first time here after watching Rydal's interview yesterday. Got yourselves a new subscriber and daily watcher. Luke Green, really appreciate it, my brother. It was awesome having Rydal in here, and we really enjoyed him here. Spirit Varsity, Fence. All right, we've got everybody covered. Keegs, so now we've got the podcast out of the way for the week. So Friday, are we going to do the burger challenge on Friday now? Chad, that 10 patty burger challenge. Last week plans got chalked. Chris, what am I thinking about oil? Let's quickly have a look. And also just remind me, Chad, we need to chat about correlations. Hardus asking me last night a little bit about correlations. We can chat about that, how various commodities are correlated with currencies, the stock market, all of that. So we'll chat about that. Brother, quickly looking at oil for you. I'm just going to look at WTI. Most of the oil markets are heavily correlated. So on the weekly, oil clearly bullish for me. You can see that we've basically broken out of this consolidation. This was almost a 6-week consolidation, breaking strongly out of that, and then just looking where can this weekly extend to. We actually have two zones that we can extend to at this stage, 79, 80, and then after that we've got this 83 level. So also remember that oil is correlated with the US stock market. Obviously more demand equals let's call it this, a more robust economy, more producer output, more consumer demand is obviously going to affect the price of oil. The more industrious economy is, the more demand there will be on oil. So looking at it from a daily perspective, you can clearly see that we are in a bullish range on the day. Yesterday, however, or the day before that, Monday closing strong bearish, but yesterday closing bullish. But the fact of the matter is we're trading up against this 200 period daily moving average. And just looking back, you can clearly see there, every time we hit that level, there was some type of consolidation before it got penetrated lower. Yeah, it held as support, yeah, it held as resistance. So just looking back a couple of weeks, months, you can see that this is obviously a battle line and the bulls will need to get above this. So 5-minute time frame, let's quickly look at it for you, my brother, while we wait for that 15-minute shuffle. 6 minutes to go. AD is firmly bullish. So at no stage would I would look to sell into this market. I can clearly see that my Asia range is up here. Is this the Asia range? No, that Asia range is chalked. Let's quickly look at expecting this is the Asia range right there, and that should be the Asia high up there. Okay, so what do you have? Daily pivot tested. You've got your Asia lows, and I'm going to say you want to see something hold on the Asia lows. You want to see us hold this 200 EMA, and then you can look for longs all the way back up to 77.92. And that is your rapid fire analysis. Wouldn't look into selling this. Keeks, do you ever get tired of talking?
Yeah. I must say, I was literally going to wait for this 15-minute shuffle, but I might take the sells on EJ.
EJ, let's quickly look at EJ.
We break under this now, I'll take the sells. So I'm just waiting literally for this can. I was going to be naughty and take it with the previous one, but then luckily it didn't close below.
Alright.
So I'm just waiting for this now.
Keegan is ready to get that powder wet. Hey man, learn to take jokes. I know you know Rydell for long. Now I'm kidding, Jaden. We don't take anything personal here. Everything we're doing is for the community, and if you guys haven't caught our heart as of yet, nothing is malicious from our side. Might as well start a radio show as well on the side. 2G's radio. Mo could run that coherent with the streams.
Come on, EJ.
Alright. Keeks looking for EJ. I want to say, guys, your advantage point is this 50. So if you execute, just monitor that 50 down there. Chris, are you guys based in KZN? No, we're based in Quebec, the land of the living, the land of the free, the land of the liberated.
That's a first.
Markets humbled me this Jan. I might need to go to rehab. NASPUS will get you in contact with the gambling helpline. We actually had them on call. Was it Monday? We actually gave them a call. NASPUS made it that his name just for us to say that on stream. Geek sounds like he's from Westville, KZN.
You know,
I don't know Westville, but it
you know
sounds.
our other boy Naz?
Which one?
Yeah, in PE.
Yeah.
I actually went to send it to you last night. He's officially claimed in his IG bio
Yeah.
that he's the best trader in the world.
Stop the cap.
Bro, you know the balls you must have if you literally go put in your bio, best trader in the world.
It's
And
just
you
getting
drive
better.
a GTR.
It's just getting better and better every day. Naspus is a long time follower of Rydell. Alright.
Come on.
Now we
close
can just get that word out of our system. NASPUS. Let's not get I wanted to say something here, Chad. Sorry, man.
You're going to get us cancelled.
Chad, remember, we are also still just boys. I was in a boys' school, so let me just leave it at that. As for gambling hotline, yes, Naz, we actually had them online here because we had some of the Chad entering trades during Asia on the Sunday Open. So literally Monday morning, like 2 o'clock, some of our viewers were executing trades, and I've got an issue with that. That is some gambling right there. All right, Chad, 15-minute shuffle has come and gone.
Oh.
It's time to get into the business end here. Keeks, did you execute?
No, we closed back above. We literally tested it and then we closed above.
All right, Chatadonia, DXY, this battle zone right here. Remember what I said, we need to hold Asia highs. We need to hold this level. So very interesting. I cannot really see how they can take this away pre-FOMC, but I've seen some weird stuff in my tenure as a trader. So let's see. US30, all right, beautiful. US30 already now trading at Asia highs. What is NASDAQ doing? All right, NASDAQ also attacking those Asia highs. UJ, very interesting. Gonna set some alerts here at the daily pivot 147.54.6. Let's see what we do there. Daily pivot. I want to see what we do at this daily pivot. GJ also trading back below the daily pivot. Yeah, GJ, I'm not gonna try and mess with it here. I'm gonna wait for 187 round number Asia lows. That is where we can potentially attack this thing to the short side. RN round number, for those of you that don't know. For the guys that are new, please check out the Discord, completely free. A lot of free education in there for you guys. Trading plans, entry criteria for how we trade. Sorry, Chad, we want to put so much stuff out for you. Mo still needs to go and do all of these diagrams for me. I don't know if there's a graphic designer out there that maybe wants to help us, because the load is a little bit heavy. We've got a relatively small team here, so if there's any graphic designers, I can scan this in for you. We just want to make it a nice diagram so that you can literally print all of this out, visually see what your setup criteria is, visually see how you can execute. So please let me know. All of this is done free of charge. So again, it's for the community. So if you've got a skill that you can potentially bring to the table to help the community, please do so. We would appreciate that. I can try and help you guys. Mace, Chris, what is that trumpet song you always play? It's called The Trumpet of Life. I'm kidding, it's Mute the Coop. Mace, you can't say I can try and help if you guys want. So please don't say you want to help us and you're still rocking on Canva. I don't know. I have some little bit of skill. No, we need more than a little bit. We need skill, Mace. Brother, do you support Rolio Jack? Because I think of course I support Rolio. I've given Rolio many shout outs on my Instagram. Actually amazing what he's doing. I love it. I don't know why anybody hasn't. Only one thing. Rolio must just do one thing for me. And the structure of his video, just to add a little bit more infographics. Like, let's say he's done the signals for that person to just have like a breakdown. All right, guys, trades taken, for instance. I must actually try and get in contact with him. I do think I have his WhatsApp. And then just like visually break it down. Like saying, okay, trades taken, 4 losses, 1 win, and then something like this net pip gain. I think that's going to add a lot more value to his videos, for instance, something like that. But also I think he's also maybe a little bit squeezed on time. So for those of you that know, editing videos is not a thing where you quickly have a coffee and you pop out a 20-minute video. Cheslin Abrams, I can help. I'm studying graphic design. Cheslin, please send me an Instagram message. Chris_MarketBull on IG. I really appreciate Cheslin holding up your hand, my brother. Really appreciate it. That is what it's about. So Cheslin, please drop me a message. I'll scan the stuff in for you. We can maybe jump on a Zoom. How long have you guys been trading? We've been trading now for almost 50 minutes. Yeah, we've been trading now for about 50 minutes. Started 9:30. Haven't taken a trades, but yeah, that's where we are now. Aware Etienne, thanks for the warm welcome. I'll be attending the sessions more. In the meantime, decided to take some time off and teach myself Python. Can't believe this thing, not that difficult. Nas, chat to me as well on IG. That's something I want to do. I still want to do a computer science degree. I'm so bleak that when I studied years ago, I didn't go into computer science. I would like to kick myself in the head, but it's fine. Cheslin Abrams, Chad, what a G. I'm a graphic designer willing to help where I can. Luke, everybody that's willing to help, get in contact with me. We've got a lot of community projects for the community, and if you're willing to put in the time, I'll make right with you guys. Just get in contact with me on Instagram. Chris, do you think GU on daily can break out of the news is bad for dollar to the downside or upside? GU is ugly, my dude. This is the porcupine pattern, and what it does is it penetrates your equity levels where you're trying to buy and then you're trying to sell. So this thing is just constantly poking you. You stick out your hand and it zaps you. So very, very ugly price action on the daily. Drive Cartel, I think he was asking how many years you have been trading. And Drive Cartel, I see you also still need to be around for a bit. I know exactly what he asked. I don't know how that is relevant to anything that we're doing here. So that's why we've only been trading for 51 minutes now.
Why, who was asking this now?
No, it's I'm just playing, guys. We've been trading collectively for 51 minutes. Oh, I need to stop. Sorry, man. We've been trading for a number of years. Let's just put it that way. We're not microwave traders that wasn't here, and then 2 minutes later it's like a 2-minute noodle salad and we're back here on the scene. Let me just say that longer than most. You can say I'm a grandfather of trading, not a godfather, a grandfather in the South African trading space. You guys were still in dad's bag and I was already through Baghdad. And no, man. Come on, Chad. Let's get ready. Let's keep it light. Let's keep it tight. And we're going to get something here. Life's way too serious. Trading is way too serious. So lighten up. Have a good time here with us. Trading is not that bad. We're gonna do something here today. Drive Cartel, this is only my second week. Give me a break. Then 100%, brother. It's all love. Now I'm just kidding. I don't know why that question always pops up, but I think it's maybe like a prerequisite before they full margin our trades. It's like, okay, Keegs, you've been trading for 4 years, so I'm gonna put 40% of my account on your trade.
Yeah.
Chris, you've been trading for 9 years, so I'm willing to risk 90% of my account on your trades. Oh my gosh, Baghdad. That one always catches me, Chad. That's one of those dad jokes. But anyways. Oh no. Keek, somebody asking when is that fundamental video dropping. The guys are hungry for the fundamentals, my bro. They are ready for the fundamental. Chad, okay, we're back in the range. Let's see if we can reject here. I think those long plays on GU and EU can start to come into fruition here. Just want to see EJ real quick. EJ is chalked, like Keegan mentioned. EJ is just... okay, but this is interesting for me. Remember yesterday we talked about this level on EJ, so that is still currently holding. So maybe a little bit of a fight back on EJ here, on Euro. Okay, Chad, let's see here. Only thing for me is the 80 is a little bit chalked. Can't really jump into this thinking we're gonna run away here, but DXY, okay. DXY, let's set some alerts here. Things are starting to heat up here, chat. Hope you guys are locked in and loaded. 21.8. Keeks, you haven't taken anything yet.
No, I wanted EJ, but it has to be that break below, which it never did.
Alright, Chadadonia, let's have a look here. Oi, US 30. Chad, be honest, how many of you, before you started watching our streams, would have tried to sell this right here? Just be honest with me. How many of you, because it looks so tantalizing, like, yo, this thing needs to come down. All-time highs. I'm stacking my shorts here. Just be very honest with me. Be very, very honest with me. Keeks, be even honest. Dude, back in the day, this was stack territory for me. This was, I would have sold it. Andy, thank you so much for that that honesty. Back in the day, dude, this was a dream. All-time highs. Look at the strong resistance. Look at all of this resistance. You're licking your lips. You're planning that holiday for the, is it April? When is the Easter weekend? And then shortly afterwards, you're staying home at Easter. You're actually going to your grandparents' house. No chicken for you, no fish for you. It is just ugly at that stage. It's just you don't want to be part of that. Okay, EJ, gold. All right, gold. Chad, okay, gold is now at the business end of it. Remember we said this zone here, 2035. However, 80 is a little bit short. You bullish on the day, Keeks?
On gold.
Gold, yeah. Would you trade this breakout holding Asia highs and the daily pivot?
If we can hold Asia highs, 100% would.
And then a rebreak of session highs, eh?
Yeah.
Let me just see what the chat is here. I just played the song for myself, running 4K. Beautiful, my brother. Are you guys using the Steve? No. If we want to like inflame our anxiety, if we really keen to go through some serious trauma, we will start trading like Steve Mauro. But at this stage, I will avoid Steve Mauro. Keys, I think I have asked you, Steve Mauro, market maker method. Have you ever? Chad, let me just save some souls here this morning.
Don't even know what it is.
Let me just save some souls here. If somebody ever shows you anything of Beat the Market Maker and the Steve Runaway, like runaway, rather work a 9 to 5, try e-commerce, try drop shipping, you're gonna be better off. I'm saving some souls here. Steve Mauro, BTMM, has taken a lot of souls, and it is very sad, but that is Bula's just a walking meme. Always got a joke. Always. I would have before you guys. Me for sure. Full margin. All right. Chat. It's good. Let's chat about it. But you guys learned something here. Price discovery, 100% and adding as it goes up. Sean, those were the days, my boy. Back in the day, that would be me. Would have sent it full St. Jared. In Gauteng for the week, ran into Mr. Bankroll yet. No, man. Dude looks stressed about something for sure. Damn. If you know Bankroll, tell him I can get his account back for him, but it's going to cost him 100k. Tell Bankroll to get in contact with me.
Should be small change for him.
Yeah, 100k and I get it back for him. Would have blown me apart. 2042 is my key level for longs. King Shack, 2042, my brother. You're living in the future here. Are you guys trading funded accounts? No, we are trading simulated accounts with simulated capital, and we actually live in a simulation. This is not us actually real. These are two bots, nanobots. We're actually laying in bed at home, plugged in with a Neuralink. I don't know if you saw the tweet yesterday. That Neuralink, that was me. Because I still know Elon Musk from the Pretoria Boys highs days. So, yeah, we are in a simulation. This is actually just a hologram of us. Keegan is actually on an IV getting growth hormone pumped into him. So when we actually come and sit here, completely different person. Only reason I wouldn't is because I was asleep. Hey, G is gonna run. Jex, where do you think it's gonna run though, my brother? I'm liking the potential long scenario here. Yesterday I was chatting with a guy who has funded 6 million, got a blueprint. If you guys interested to know, I'm always interested to know. So King Shack, send it to me on Instagram. Let's chat. Let's see that blueprint. James Bond wants. Dude, James Bond needs to find the Lord.
James Bond going on about now?
No, I can just see when I don't know, bro. Like some people, you just know. You just know they're special. I can just see they are special. IBJs are well busy patrolling, so we'll be here as long as I can. Jordan Stevenson, I haven't seen you here, brother. Very, very welcome to the stream, my bro. Hope to see you here around. Chat is going crazy here. What is happening here? James Bond
is touching people.
Yesterday I was chatting. Flipping at me. BTM ICT 100% trauma. You don't want to get involved in that, chat. I've been there. Let me rather carry those scars, that trauma of BTM, ICT, all of that. Let me carry the scars on my back. Demo equals life, correct. Can't lose if it's a demo. James, you're going to get rocked in the chat. Body's going to be rocked with big nasty.
James Bond is not going to be bonding.
Imagine, dude, I cannot wait for that. Have you? So Keeks, here's the thing with Apple
We should
Vision.
host like a Chad boxing night.
Yeah. Bare knuckle or gloves.
Nah, screw this bare knuckle.
The Apple Vision Pro. So Pro, here's the crazy thing about it is like you'll be able to have like 12 screens because you like in this not even the metaverse, it's like your screens, you can literally have like 10 programs running all at once, and I think that's going to be sick, like in
Yeah.
a spatial environment.
Guys, so people like this now in the chat, like, I'm sorry, you also need to be saved. If you come here asking me, I sold EURJPY, I told you wait. I told you wait. Don't sell it yet. So why are you selling it?
If Gakpraat was werk, het jy lank al die shares besit. Bula, how do you think of this Gak on the spot like this? I don't know, dude, Matt. I just have a very, very busy mind. Remember, I am a clinical genius. Absolute academic giant. When I was in Standard 6, they wanted to put me in first year university, and my mom said no. He's not ready for that life.
No big brain energy for you yet.
No. She was. Morning all just arrived, and Chris starts with this KPG talk. Chad, we're just keeping it a little bit light while we wait for the setups. Don't get touched or don't get offended. We're just poking at some of you, just testing that threshold. If you get offended, it's good. It's good that we sometimes get offended, because then you start looking internally, why am I offended? There's something in there that if you touch it and you poke it, that you need to deal with it. So you need to get to the point where nothing offends you, because your heart is open and you can actually take in what is in front of you and what is being taught. So don't get touched. I don't got Insta DC. What is DC? Discord. Yes, Discord. Please. Benjamin Robertson, welcome, my brother. Man's been asking one question all stream long. It's a troll for sure. Yeah, I don't know the relevance of that. Happy New Year, bro. Just on my other account. Oh, Jordan FX. Okay. What about SMC? SMC is relatively straightforward. The only thing with SMC is SMC. I think for me personally, there was a lot of subjectivity in SMC. For instance, two SMC traders could look at the same chart, and the one guy's got liquidity here, the other guy's got liquidity there, and it's just not. For instance, with my strategy, the way that I teach it, if I take a trade now, and let's say Mo's not even on the charts, and I call him in and I delete everything, and I say, Mo, according to my rule set, where would I have executed? And Mo's only been trading for 3 months, and he would exactly tell me, okay, Chris, the 80 was bullish, for instance, you waited for a retest on the daily pivot, your EMAs were starting to flip bullish, you did let's say a bullish continuation pattern, a retest and a break, you went break even at Asia highs, and your target was a 1-to-1. No subjectivity. And that is unfortunately the thing for me with SMCs that I don't like, is that everybody can have a different view. And the thing with data analysis, if there's so much subjectivity and so much variables in a data model, how can you really say that you can trust the data, if that makes sense? I sold EURJPY. Why did you sell it though? What did you sell on your? because remember we wait for the 15-minute shuffle, and if you waited for the 15-minute shuffle, this was the 15-minute shuffle candle close that did not close below the session lows. That is also in the middle of nowhere. So I don't know why you sold it there, my brother. And also the 80 is now only starting to turn bearish, so nothing wrong with it, but I would say your risk management here would be, if you start trading back inside of the Asia range, just kill the trade, because then it's going for Asia highs. $3,500 for that though is crazy, yeah, but I think it's going to get cheaper as we go. Definitely get cheaper. Vince, good morning, my brother. I would love to get Vince here one day in the studio. Vince, we'll make it happen. Vince is the typical example of somebody with a good attitude, somebody that engages, that interacts. Vince, where are you based, my brother? I wanna get you here. Let me know where you are based, my brother.
Who are we bringing in here now?
Vince Cornelius. Vince is an absolute force to be reckoned with in the chat. Chris, I see you have Asia low now. How do you mark yours, please? Benjamin, so I'm going to use New York time, so 7 p.m. NYSE to 12 p.m. NYSE. So New York time, I think it's, is it not GMT -6? I'm not sure, but so basically from 7 o'clock the evening in New York till midnight, that range I use as the Asia range. It comes from the concepts of ICT, one of the concepts that I've taken from him. Yeah, Teresa, SMC is a little bit confusing for me. East London, my brother. Vince, chat to me on Instagram. We're gonna get you here, my brother. I'm gonna get you here in the studio. Unfortunately, we can't fly you in, so I don't know if you've got your own car. If you've got your own car, we'll pay for the petrol and the accommodation. Otherwise, we'll pay for a bus and the accommodation. But get into contact with me, Vince. I want you to come in. We want to spend some time with you, my brother.
Come join the Chad.
Two Brothers Capital need at least 6 years of reading price. Two Brothers Capital, that's again where that discretion comes in. So here's my thing, Keek. 6 years of trading, you become a discretionary trader because you will be able to start identifying patterns in the market. It's not the SMC. My thing is, with any trading strategy that's mechanical enough, I've taught my strategy to Mo with 3 months experience, and he's already profitable. Just purely due to a rule set, just purely due to patterns that we've established in the market. If it's going to take you 6 years to actually effectively trade SMC, then obviously there's some faults in the strategy, because then it is purely discretion. So please don't get it mixed where you've got a concept mixed with your own discretion. And there's nothing wrong with being a discretionary trader. If you've been in the market long enough, you've seen enough cycles in the market, there are times where you can literally see a pattern play out and execute it, purely due to muscle memory, where you've seen something like this, and this is what you potentially expect to happen. So I'm not bashing SMC. There's a lot of guys that trade it effectively. Just personally for me, I'm a process driven guy. I like to have a set process as to how I execute my trades, when I execute my trades. So yeah, nothing wrong with SMC. So we're gonna chat about FOMC shortly. Chad, is Vince not ranged? No, man. How is Vince not ranged, my brother? That is Vince. You have been officially ranged, my brother. I cannot believe we overlooked that. What is your opinion on ICT? I want to study it, but no, bro, please. New Moon, email infop@voltmarkets.trade. Let me save your soul, brother. Please don't go down that rabbit hole. As much as I'm here to help you guys trade, I also want to save some souls here. Going down that ICT rabbit hole is gonna... Alright, Chad, we're going to do something great for Vince. Vince, I'm going to get you here. We're going to give you a funded account. Just purely due to the energy that this guy shows. He's here every day. Usually the first guy to the stream. Solid attitude. Interacts with the rest of the chat. That is somebody that you want to be surrounding yourself with. So Vince, I'll make that happen. Please chat to me on IG. I want to get you here. Can even do a little podcast with Vince. Hi guys, was the gold bars after break of structure not a good idea as per DC charts? Let me quickly see this one. Yeah, I don't think it's a bad idea. Only thing for me though with gold is it never tested that level. It never like came into the level. So this PC is running a lot of processes. So if I open Discord up now, this thing is going to be fighting for its life. We're getting new desktops hopefully by the end of the week. So
yeah, apparently they should be out tomorrow.
Yeah. If you're a complete beginner, stay away from ICT. We'll just get yeah. ICT. How do you spot a good entry? Because what happens to me, it hits my stop loss before going there. And please help, brothers. Offense, send me your last 20 trades, your trade journal. Send me your last 20 trades that you've taken on Discord. Discord link is in the description. Join. My handle is 2G's Trading. Send me your last 20 trades. A trade journal. Check the stream trade journal tab. Do it for me in that structure and I will help you. Let me help you. I also disagree with Two Brother Capital. Yeah, well done. I'm also here. Carl James. Ah, beautiful, Chad.
Oh,
beautiful.
big man's in the house.
Carl James LLC.
Carl, bro, by the way, these demo traders, yeah, we need some new Jordans, my man. You must hook us up there.
Jared Nichols, send me your trade journals, Chad. Because that's the first issue. So you've identified that the trade goes into your direction, and you've identified that your stop loss is too tight. Now, if you took the time to journal every single trade, and you actually and this is not even higher grade maths, and let's say you took 10 trades. And all 10 got stopped out and then went into your direction. It's a very simple math. You go and take, for instance, what was the average length of that trade from where you entered up until where it stopped you out and where it turned around. So let's call it delta P. that distance of pips, let's say you had 10 trades, the one was 35, the other one was 40, whatever. You count them all together. What do you do then? You divide it by 10, and that is going to give you a simple average. And then what you do is you see what was the furthest it went and what was the least it went. And then from that, you start and play with your averages. So you can say, let's say the average came out to 20. And now you're like, all right, I'm going to give it a little bit of a margin for error. I'm going to add 5 pips just so that it's more closer towards what the extreme is, but also you don't want to have your stop too wide. And then all you do is you change your trading going forward to 25 pips, and you journal your next 10 trades. And then you see, oh, flip, okay, that little tweak right there, just taking my last 10 trades. Now all of a sudden I'm still in the trade, and now you can start tweaking, but without a trade journal. It's just thoughts, it's just opinions. You can't do anything with that. Bongani Kumalo, I'm also here every day, Chris. Hey Bongani, my brother. Well done, Chris. Great gift giving. Opas. Can I get a Funded account, please? I've been your follower for years now.
Yo, just straight to the point.
Yes, the boys.
Straight to the point.
Hey, my Chad.
Chris can also get a Funded account.
I
Since
might as well just give my card to you at this stage. Chad, but I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Updates on GU after this push. Jex, yes, I am monitoring this level here. That's why
guys, just keep in mind, EJ's about to break that zone, eh?
So that's my issue. Usually when I ask somebody, they ask for help, and I said, send me your trade journal, and it's like, oh no, I don't have a trade journal. Then I'm like, oh, I cannot help you. Cannot help you without a trade. Chad, 3 minutes. I'm actually going to take these shorts on GJ. Get ready.
I'm looking at EJ.
Yeah. Reason for that is you can see that the 80 is still trading below the 200. Asia low still untapped. Asia highs have been taken already. We just had this little zone right here. We're rejecting. That's also the 200. So just get your charts ready. EJ leading it, so showing us new session lows.
Just waiting for this closure, guys.
Alright, closure, below 2 minutes 45. Get ready, my heart rate's pumping a little bit. I hope you guys are ready. Maybe some trumpets, maybe some mute. Things could get wild here this morning. Okay. Alright, Chad, it is getting to the business end here of the day. Hope you guys are ready. Hope you guys are ready.
Come on, EJ. Don't run away from us now.
Carl, 100%, my dude. Simulated capital, no fear.
Bro.
No fear. Chad is very energetic this morning. Yeah, brother, it's that energy.
EJ's gonna do this to us now.
At what frequency are you vibrating, Keegs? What is the Chad? Let me know what is the good vibes frequency so we can all vibrate at. I'm
at like 142 beats per second.
That hurts, my brother. This man is on a sound frequency. Yeah, the
EJ flipping left without us.
Is that 88.5? Etienne, don't lie to me. I don't want to be vibrating at the wrong frequency. Please give me the right. Etienne, come on, brother. Can I trust it? I can trust Etienne. 88.5, my brother. Let's start. Kicks 88.5, my brother. That's where the good vibes are at.
Sounds good.
Vibing.
All right, Chad. So I'm not taking EJ. It is left without us. It's too extended now.
Oh, okay, Chad. Take GJ with us.
But you waiting for the lows to be taken, eh?
No. Literally waiting for this little break.
If you close there, you'll take it there.
Yeah, right
Okay.
here. Right here.
You know, I hope this
Alright.
isn't a case of actually wait. EJ is coming back.
But remember, there's that 50.
Hey.
Okay.
Have faith.
I've got faith. Mustard seed faith. Faith like a mustard seed.
I'll take this, guys. We can hold out, yeah? I'll take that. Ah, beautiful. Stay there.
All right, Chad. Executed right here.
Executed in EJ.
You're gonna hear some. There we go. Please note, this is me not adding positions. I'm just gonna move my stop losses. Some of you. Okay. Executed on the close of that candle. 20 pip stop. 20 pip target. And
Chris is just lying to us,
Right.
guys.
what? You don't think I executed?
No. You add in the positions there.
No. Okay, Chad. So the next swooshes is me just pulling my stop loss. Okay. Just-
Man's hungry for the trades.
It's just me. Insta drawdown.
Bro, trust me, I feel you right now.
Sheesh. Insta drawdown.
Uh,
What do you know about that simulated life of Insta
but there we
drawdown?
go. Come on, we're back in this.
What did you execute on?
EJ. It pulled back.
Sheesh. Okay, Chad. We are live here. So, again, daily is bearish for me. Remember, I mentioned we've got the daily wick fill that we can still fill 80% of that wick. And the 5 minute for me, we took Asia highs. We still haven't taken Asia lows as of yet. EMAs are bearish. 80 it's still pointing up though. This is the only thing I don't like. Like if you take the correlation of the 80 here, it's still pointing up. However, it is trading below the 200. And then also the daily pivot. Here's our daily pivot. There's that little resistance. Also, if you look back to the left hand side, this is like a key little zone here that we tapped into. And yeah, I think 187 untested. We could go for another test there. So let's see how this plays out. Risk management scenario, one of two things here. If we get a bullish candle closure like this, let me just map it out. If we get a bullish candle closure like this, closing back above this level, I'm going to kill it right there. If we get a bullish candle closure that's holding this level like this, I'm going to give it one 5 minute candle to then come back below, something like that.
Just have faith, Chad. Because you gotta have faith, the faith.
So let's see. Let's see.
Yo. This is
Mac
really-
D says I've got a long trill.
Come on, lay guard. Help a brother out.
Chad, how's the hourly closing? I usually don't like.
I'm really liking EJ now on the higher time frames.
Can I also go to Bogart after this and get me a little piece?
Chris and I are gonna go do some damage if we hit TP.
One minute.
Come on. I'm happy with EJ. If we can still close under the zone, I'm happy. Even if it's bullish, but we get a closure underneath, I'm happy.
Chad, I'm just gonna place my TPs. Don't stress. I'm not adding. Please, you're gonna hear it. Wait for it. Wait. Just TPs being set. This one account is silent.
Come on. Give us that closure, EJ. Come on.
Okay. All right, Chad. Now we've executed. This is a structure break pattern, and all we need to do now is monitor the trade. This is our key level that we need to hold below, and yeah, let's see how she runs.
Okay, EJ still looking good, Chad. We actually got our bearish closure. We in profits, so looking good. Hey,
Ooh.
come on, EJ. Come on. Give us that volume.
Kicks at you full margin, you.
No, I'm just back in. My goal.
Okay.
You gotta have trust here.
Chad. 88.5 frequency. Let's start vibrating. Is there news that came out? Sheesh.
Not seeing anything. There's news, but nothing for what we're in. Norway, Turkey, Swan, Swiss.
Let's see how the hourly closed.
Oh, German, that unemployment change in Germany came out. Which came out positive.
Okay. Chad, so remember what I said? We can still close bullish here as long as we hold below that.
Yeah.
And as long as we hold below the daily pivot.
Yeah, so EJ was looking good, and then we nearly hit stop loss. Germany screwing us a bit.
Unemployment change -2.
Yeah, that unemployment change is hurting us right now. How's yours going?
Mine is still in risk management territory.
Yeah, I don't even remember
Mine is
about.
mine is still in risk management territory. What is the dollar doing? Okay, dollar rejecting that daily R1. What is GU doing? GU hasn't tapped that level. Alright, Euro holding. Only thing is 80 has chalked for me on Euro. So let's see.
Yeah, we're in trouble on EJ.
Ooh.
Yeah, that Germany flipping thing just screwed us hard.
Okay, 2 minutes 37, Chad. We need to close below the
And
daily
that is
pivot.
a stop loss, Chad.
What was your stop?
15.
15.
That Germany exchange rate literally just destroyed us. Look at that thing.
I might not even be able to manage risk here.
You also.
I might even not be able to manage my risk here.
Guys, did anyone actually remember that Germany thing was coming out?
I talked about it. I don't think it's gonna
Check.
affect. Did you enter EU? What EU?
You wanted to go long on EU.
No, but how did you want to go long on EU when the 80 is chalked?
No, that's what stopped me.
That's what we were
Oh
talking about.
yeah.
But look at it. I was gonna enter here.
Oh there.
Yo.
Okay,
That
Chad.
rate on thingy annihilated us.
Yeah.
Well, good thing at least you took GJ,
Shots
not EJ,
fired.
bro. At least you
Chad.
took GJ, not EJ.
Again, remember what I said about the bullish candle closure. As long as we can close below this level, I'm going to give it one more candle to get below.
And you missed this entry.
So let's see, 1 minute. What is this? 7 pips. Still in risk management territory. 1 minute.
There's noodles for you boys in the office.
Is there noodles?
Noodles
I'm still alive here, dude.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
still,
with you here.
I'm still alive.
The one I really
One minute. Huh?
I'm saying the one I really wanted to take is actually making me that's fine. Couldn't have known.
We just need to close. We just need to close below that little structure level there, and then this next candle needs to do the work. Otherwise we are managing some risk here, Chad. Otherwise, 33 seconds.
But yeah, Spain, Germany, yeah, that news just killed us right now. That annihilated us. But it killed DXY, so.
All right, Chad, 10 seconds. Let's see if we close below here. We need to close below that level. Next 5-minute candle needs to break structure to the downside. Otherwise, this is chalked. I'm still in the trade. Let's see. All right.
Yeah, so King check
It closed below on my side, Chad. Okay, but yeah, that's with the zero spread account. Oh no. Chad. Kill. Close. Close the trade. Close. I was checking on the zero spread account because it doesn't equate the spread. Chad killed it right here. Killed it right there, minus 6.9. The issue with this trade is now the following. And I'm going to let you guys know now exactly. Minus 6.9. Not a trade that you want to be sitting
you pay commissions. Your commissions is just higher than a normal account.
on the zero spread, yes. Minus 6.9 pips. Chad, here's my issue though. The reason why I killed the trade here. So you can see that firstly, we had a rejection here on the daily pivot. Secondly, you had a bullish rejection there. Then we had this break of structure. So the expectation always is when you enter there, you're expecting price then to start making its way lower to create a new low on the session. But now the fact that we closed back above the daily pivot, that indicates to me that we are not ready to start moving away from this to the short side. And for me to stick around in this position when I want price to start moving to the short side does not make any sense at all. So this is where that ego thing comes in, where you need to very quickly establish that shit, I'm on the wrong side here, I need to get out. Because the trades that do work usually immediately go into your favor and it follows the order flow. So that's why I killed it right there. And yeah, we'll see what's up next year for me. But again, as mentioned, the only thing that was concerning for me is that the 80, the correlation is still to the upside, even though on the daily we do have that potential daily wick fill. So we'll monitor this as the session goes on. But again, nothing wrong with managing your risk instead of sitting through the trade, because I think at this stage, if you were still holding on, you are crying at this stage. So still the potential for the shorts, could be a deeper pullback, we'll see. I still like the short setup, but we'll see. I'm actually going to set some alerts here. Could give this trade a second chance. 187.16.4. Daily pivot. Let's put that up there. Okay. EJ making its way back up. Okay, there's gold coming for that daily pivot test.
Yeah, and so King Shack, this obviously it's happening now, but the reason I was going to say to you why I'd not taken the gold shorts was when that big spike came, that dollar weakness was showing. If you look at when that happened, gold didn't move. It didn't reflect on gold's side, so that's because it wasn't pricing in what was happening there. So for example, that's why I wouldn't have taken those longs, where now gold is obviously dying off. So you can see now if dollar starts to melt off after news, I'll consider that more. But purely that's why I wouldn't have taken those longs.
Okay. Chad, if I give this trade a second chance, two things I want to see here. If we get a structure break below, I'm not going to execute on that structure break. I'm going to have to wait for a little bit of a rejection candle, something like this. Something like that. And then the structure break down. And then we can execute. Because I need to see an actual closure below. I need to see a candle reject that level, and I then need to see a structure break. And then I'm going to give it another go. Then this was purely just a deeper pullback, and I can give that trade a second chance. Still bearish on the day. Nothing has changed for me. Still looking for the shorts, and we'll see once we get through that level here. How far did this thing go? 15, yeah. No, not interested. Not interested. Let me just put this here, sells. So we can start focusing on the setup. Let's check your OPS on the inflation rate. You think Powell is going to increase or decrease during this election year? Dot plot last year, my brother already indicated they want to do 4 rate cuts this year. Also, if you go to the Fed futures, let's quickly get the Fed futures on your Fed futures. They're gonna pause this meeting already, like 99% priced in. Yeah, 96.9. The big thing is the forward guidance from the Fed. That's why I say the monetary policy statement, all of that, that's not the issue. Remember also the first, I would say 10 minutes of the speech is just Powell reading what's already known to the market. So if you see the market starting moving during those first 10 minutes, nothing is new what he's saying there. It's purely him reading the monetary policy statement that comes with the rate decision. The big thing is going to be during the press conference as to when the first rate cut is expected. Remember at the start of the year, markets were pricing in for March to be the first cut. Now you can already see that the markets are pricing in that March. They're still going to keep rates the same. They're only expecting the first cut in May. So currently 52%. Expecting a 0.25% basis point cut. Then the next one in July. Then in June. Then July. Expecting another 0.25, and then September expecting another 0.25. November, I think they're pricing in. Actually, November, yeah, but that's still far away. This could change quite a bit. So big thing is the presser. That is what's going to really move the markets. All right, Chad, we're going to wait here. Let's see if we can get that closure below that rejection on the daily pivot, and then start to look at some potential positions. GU for me as well, my issue is this 80. Even though the dollar rejected back inside of the range, there's just too much to risk on that to try and short that. EJ having a very nice pop. Gold back at the daily pivot. GU, yeah, it is just very tough here. This is a monthly pivot level. Let's see, maybe GU makes our work very easy for us and just blast through this level. Okay, let's see, Chad. I'm gonna give it one more squeeze. If we can break below, little retest, fail there, and we can continue low on this. What is the hourly doing? Hourly taking out the previous high.
You're gonna take a reshot of this?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I'm gonna revenge trade the shit out of this thing.
We're not gonna have another GU incident, are we?
No, I technically have 13.5 13.1 bullets left. 13.1. Alright, there's now a test on gold. That is now what I call a test. So we need to see what gold is going to do here. I just got tapped from 2038. Shall see how it plays out. 30 oh for a long. Okay. These feds and elections this year is going to make for an interesting trading year. 100%. If you go back to the data, you'll see that the Fed is usually dovish into an election year. And I can almost tell you now that the Democratic or the Democrats, they are going to try and jawbone Powell. I think, Keeks, man, you had this discussion last year when I talked about trying to relieve the pressure on the consumer. Because remember, the mood of the consumer is going to determine how they vote. So if inflation is high, interest rates are high, people are struggling with credit, all of that, how do you think that's going to affect them at the polls? They're going to vote Republican. And Biden and them are going to start talking down the Fed to start weakening the dollar. So keep that in mind. Brother, please check EURUSD. It went my direction, which is buy first. It hit my... Bro, but how did it hit your stop loss? Like, what is your stop loss, my dude? Like, on majors, your stop loss should not be anything less than 15 pips. So at no stage, if your stop loss was 15 pips, would your stop have been hit? Like, nowhere. Like, at least 15 pips, bro. Nothing less. Nothing less. And on yen pairs, nothing less than 20 pips. Before you even start your data analysis. I've done the exercise. So if your stop got hit on euro, you must have been using like a 5 pip stop. Please explain pivots. Please check the last week in December. We did a full boot camp on stream. I'll find it for you now. Alright, chat, there's that closure. Let's see now. I want to see that retest. I want to see that retest. I want to see the rejection and then the break. So if you were still holding on with opium, you in profit. So let's see. Let me quickly get that. Let me get that stream for you. It was a 5-day boot camp. Just filter through the streams that we did, like because it was a hybrid between a boot camp and trading live as well. So right. Let's quickly see. Where can I see my? Let's see. Yeah, we executed. Yeah, only 7. Okay. Okay, it doesn't really help me. Date added newest, date added oldest, yeah. Okay, give me 1 second, I'm gonna... Alright, here's it. So, start with this one and then work your way through. Let me just copy the link. I explain my entire strategy. Still holding GJ. Ah, beautiful, brother. You must be smiling. I'm crying. Yasti. Look at that thing. But it's only, what is this, like 11 pips. Sheesh. Okay. See there, euro. What is the dollar? Okay, dollar coming back, fighting for its life here. Chad, GJ is relatively gone here now. I was expecting this move to happen here. Could I have done something differently here? Not really. Because here's my thing. Some of you may ask, Chris, why don't you just leave the trade? Respect your stop loss, because our stop loss was 20 pips. It would have not tapped our stop. But here's my thing, Chad. Let me quickly take you through this. Here's my rationale with exiting the trade here. Two things here. Firstly, as mentioned, this is let's call it a concentration point for price. So firstly, we didn't create a new low after rejecting here. So that clearly shows to me that this level was a magnet for price. Secondly, when we closed above here, we couldn't move away to the upside. We are bearish on the day. We are bearish on the accumulation distribution. We're trading below the EMAs. Now, the second thing is, as soon as we had this break of structure here, if you look on a line chart, let me just do this for you. If you go onto a line chart, you can see that this technically is almost like a little double bottom. And that right there was the failed lower high, because order flow from these highs were bearish. So at any stage, after taking out this little, I don't know, SMC calls it change of character or whatever it is, after that and after us coming back above the daily pivot, could this thing just continue higher? And this could have been the shift from bearish order flow now back to bullish order flow, and this thing could just grind higher for however long it wants to. So that is why I need to focus on what price is doing here. So in many cases, I've been taking a loss of say 5 pips, 3 pips, 4 pips. But in a lot of instances, this also saved me from taking a full stop where I could have avoided it. So sitting through it and setting and forgetting and running on opium, and I just sit through a straight stop where I killed the trade here for 6.9. So it is what it is. Idea is right. Sometimes you don't get it as per you want it, and nothing wrong with that. How are you feeling, Jared? Yeah, here's my thing though. I don't feel anything, because again, looking at GJ now, while GJ was here, it was a completely different picture, and that's why I say forward testing and back testing, not the same thing, because here the market is live. And for me as a trader, I'm always trying to look at why am I wrong? At what stage can I jump out of the trade? What do I want to see develop when I enter a trade? So obviously this is not what I want to see after entering there. So after closing above, we said, as I entered the trade, I said the first thing that I'm going to do is if we close above this level, bullish, I'm killing the trade. I said for us to give the trade one more shot, or not even one more shot to hold the trade, this candle should have closed like that, still rejecting that zone. And obviously if you look at where it's now, it's basically at that round number. So 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, 6 nothing wrong with this. Can I tweak it? Maybe. Should I have given it one more 5 minute? Maybe. But again, this is something that I journal. This is something that I will go back onto, say at the end of the week, end of the month. We've got month end today. Yeah, so it's month end flows that we've got in the market. And I will go and look and say, okay, listen here. I took maybe 5 stops too early where I killed the trade, where there was a little break of structure. Maybe give it one more 5 minute candle after that to come into my direction. But at this stage, I wouldn't have changed anything here. I wouldn't have changed anything. I passed on DXY 65 pips deep. On what are you 65 pips deep, my brother? Okay, Chad, let's see if we can get that retest. New session low. New low created on the session. If we can pull back here, reject. We've got a very easy target for the session lows and the Asia lows. And that is what I'm waiting for now. I scalped some more pips. I'm out now though. Extra crispy. Pound, yen. How many pips? 16. Oh, okay, Chad, let's see. Let's see what she does. Can you show the chat the stock heat map for indices? Really helps. Where do I get that? GBP sell from supply zone deep in profits. GBP Australian doll here. Would you guys consider buying the dip on NAS? Trocky, if you go back to my daily analysis, I mentioned it's weird that I am bullish on US30 but bearish on NAS. So if you go back to the start of the analysis, I said potential shorts there to come and retest this daily S1 level, and we just straight puked. We didn't even get that far to the upside. So again, the 80 clearly showing me a lot of selling volume in the market, so I wouldn't look at buying it. No, not for me. Fizzy bubblig, it's not for me. I'm catching DAX to the lows. What is DAX doing? Alright. Asia highs daily pivot. Okay, GJ. Alright, Chad, let's see. Maybe we still get our position here. Where do I get the stock? I've seen that stock heat map. Let me quickly see if I can find it here. Do you know where to get the stock heat map, Keith?
I have no clue.
Chad, let me see if I can get it here quickly. Stock heat map. Is it on Trading View? Oh, sheesh. So Trading View also has one. You gotta remember the markets are closed in the US, so damn, bro, I didn't even know they had one. Yeah, Chad, it's on TradingView. You can see it. Health technology, consumer services. Can zoom into it as well. Let's see if you can like expand. Oh yeah, there you can expand the tech one. Shot for that. I'm actually gonna bookmark this. Go to, okay, I got it. Shot, my brother. Select products, then screeners, then stocks. It helps a lot with US indices. I do think it helps. Welcome, Masho. This is where the real trading happens. Oh, Masho. This is where stops sometimes hits. This is where we sometimes cry a little bit as well after taking a 6.9 pip stop. I'm now officially down the first time on my 100k funded challenge, down 0.1%. It has been, let me just show you guys the, let me guys show you that heat map. That heat map is looking, ugly. Can we bring it back from a 0.1% drawdown? Challenges. Shush. Here's a Chad. Full transparency. Started off very good. First trade was taken on the 8th. A little bit of a stagnation. 2 losses here. Another win. And that was a cliff dive there. No trades. Little cliff dive. So it is looking rough out here, my bro. What is the average win? $835. Average loss $278. Profit factor of 1.13. Average RR 3. Sheesh, it's looking rough. Equity curve. Oh yeah, that one trade. This trade here, Chad, I actually put in the long lot size. Otherwise I would have still been positive. Ooh, time to change strategies. Where's ICT? Let me just get onto ICT. I'm kidding.
Go learn the secrets of the market.
No, I'm not stressed, Turtle Trader. We had some good setups that I didn't execute on. It didn't develop as I wanted to, so it could have been a completely different picture. Jan, literally only the 3rd week into the year we started. No, sorry, this is the 4th week. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4th week into the year. I definitely, and also this is making trading a little bit tough, especially for me. That's a trend trader, DXY, just currently stuck in this range, making it very, very tricky. And a lot of the price movement is pivoting around what the dollar is doing, so makes it a little bit tricky, not gonna lie. And just my setups aren't playing out. There's certain things that I want to see to execute on a setup, and I'm just not getting that. I'm literally just not getting that those setup criteria. But other than that, I think the analysis so far this year has been very good. I think our analysis has been on point. Even Keeks, some of the trades not giving him the entry setup, calling the move, but not being able to execute. And there's nothing wrong. There's gonna be weeks, months where we just kill trade after trade, and the market is easy to read. And then there's gonna be times where you are gonna take losses, but again, just purely minimizing your losses. You don't want to machine gun. This for me is a bad month trading, and I'm only down 0.1%. So some guys would have already blown their challenge accounts. Analyze GU. We've already analyzed it, my brother. Already been analyzed for you. If you go back onto the stream at the start, we analyzed every single pair we trade during the stream. GU for me, the weird thing on GU is we're going into a FOMC. Maybe now's a good time to do that prep while we wait for price to develop a little bit further. Here's my thing with GU, and I think let's start with the DXY. Let's quickly, we've got some time here. DXY on the weekly is currently bullish. However, we cannot deny the fact that there's two scenarios here. We had the initial push to the upside here that took out, this is now on a weekly time frame, that took out that structure there. But then also from when the Fed started talking about the pivot, this is when we actually topped out in the market. And we started creating bearish order flow on the weekly. We actually called this perfectly last year, beautifully. Now it's a case of, was this the pullback to continue higher? Because if you look at the chart on the 200 period moving average, the dollar literally bottomed out once we tapped that level, 25th of December. So there's two scenarios here where this could potentially be the next leg up, but I don't think that is the case, purely due to the fact that the Fed was the first one to signal that they are going to pivot. And secondly, we always talk about the central bank divergence. So we've got a case now of who's going to be the first to pull the trigger between the ECB, between the Fed, and between the Bank of England. So here's let me paint a picture for you clearly in terms of a fundamental perspective. We've got the Fed, we've got the ECB right here. I'm not even going to talk about the Bank of Japan because they are not even relevant. Their rates are still minus 0.1. And then you've got Bank of England. Okay, so during the hiking cycle, who was the leader here? The leader was the Fed. They were the first to start hiking rates. They were the most aggressive, and they led the way. So that gave a way to dollar strength, and that's why the DXY pumped. ECB was, let's do it in arrows so you guys can understand. ECB was late to the party. They were very late with starting their hikes, and now they are also one of the first to also now come out in terms of saying they want to cut rates. So the Fed started the earliest, they kept it the higher the longest. So now central bank divergence is going to come with how aggressive does the Fed go with their rate cuts. And this is in a picture format to show you central bank divergence. Whoever is going to be the most aggressive, their currency is going to weaken the most. So if the Fed comes out and Powell says, listen here, we've reviewed the dot plot, we're seeing 4 rate cuts in total of 2 basis points before the end of the year. That is massively, massively dovish. or they come out and say, listen, we're data dependent, we want to see some more data come out, labor market is still robust, we don't necessarily see the need to take the nominal rate below, say, a 1 basis point cut for the year. That is obviously a little bit more hawkish. And then the winners comes to what is the BOE going to do on Thursday, tomorrow, and then what is the ECB going to do in June? Because Christine Lagarde, Gigs, correct me if I'm wrong, she mentioned the summer, that is June, July, summer in Europe.
Yeah.
So now that is central bank divergency for the central banks. Just want to take a sip of my water and then we're going to talk about tonight. Okay, so now let's flip it to tonight. I've painted you the macroeconomic picture on the central banks. Now over to tonight's meeting. So data, we can agree, has been good in the US gigs. What do you rate? Data has been solid. Labor market.
I don't think one thing fundamentally this year, or Jan, has come out negative for the dollar.
All right, so Chad, we can agree that the data, the economy is strong in the US, and I'm going to start off with NFP on Friday. So let's quickly do this. Give me 1 sec. We're gonna work it back. Just bear with me. You maybe want to timestamp this. I'm gonna give you a very good fundamental picture here. Okay. Let's start off with non-farm payrolls. Let's quickly go to the dashboard. Let's quickly go and check what's happening there. Okay, let's take the last 2 years, and now we can see that literally all the way through to Jan 2022, every month they've been adding jobs to the labor market. So we have not had a loss of jobs in the last 2 years. Looking at NFP, obviously not looking at revised levels. So we can clearly see that the labor market is robust. The second one I want to look at is unemployment rate. So let's quickly look at the unemployment rate. Let's quickly look at that. Chad, don't worry, I've got the charts here on the right hand side as well, so we're not going to miss anything. Let's quickly look at the 2-year chart. So relatively range bound between 4% and 3.4. So since August last year, 3.5 has almost been like the lowest, and we're sitting at 3.7. We had literally from November, that's where unemployment peaked. We got 2 readings staying the same at 3.7, so not too much to look into in terms of the unemployment rate. Average hourly earnings, that's obviously a CPI indicator, not CPI, just the inflation indicator. Let's quickly look at average hourly earnings. Let's quickly look at this last 2 years. Okay, so you can see that average hourly earnings actually peaked, looking at a 2-year period, April 2022. We've actually been in a downtrend and we bottomed out at 4%. So technically this has got some room to go to the upside. Also, what this average hourly earnings indicates is if you overlay your average hourly earnings towards your CPI chart, you'll see that average hourly earnings came out lower, also due to lower inflation. So people are getting less pay raises. Their earnings have actually decreased. So that is the one thing. Now let's go over to the rate decision tonight. Markets already priced in. I've shown you guys on the Fed futures tool. Markets are already sold on 96.9%. Nothing's going to change. Rates are going to stay the same. Nothing's going to change there. Let's quickly look at what else do we have. Press conference, monetary policy statement. The only real thing, you're going to see that the policy statement from this one and the one we had at the end of last year, almost nothing's going to change. Maybe one or two words, no change expected there, unless here's the thing, unless they mention some geopolitical risks, then that's going to be a surprise to the markets. If the Fed say, listen here, there's some geopolitical risks with Israel, with what's happening in the Middle East, that is going to be very, very bullish for the dollar. Let me just put it to you that way. Now going into the dollar on the daily. Here's my thing. We still have that open gap down here. We are technically in a tiny little bullish cycle here. Made a new high here, lower high, high high. Okay, now I'm sounding like Jev. But now my thing is, from this consolidation, we are going to move. And also just looking at pure price action, we've mentioned previously that the 200 period daily moving average has been a key level for the DXY for how long it's been. So there's no coincidence that the market is waiting to execute on what the Fed has to say tonight. So you can clearly see here that this 200 period moving average is not, it's not a level that we just look at and, oh, that level means nothing. No, it actually means something. So you can see there, every single time there has been some type of consolidation around that level. Now, one of two things is going to happen here tonight. No bottom wick on this. You could see something like this happening on the DXY, and I'm first taking you through the technical perspective, where we take out this range low, we take that out, and we consolidate back above this 103 level, and the actual move then happens during London tomorrow. The other case scenario is Powell buries the dollar. He comes out very dovish. He releases even 5 to 10 doves in a box, and he's like, there's the doves, they white, they fly around in the press room. He doesn't even take questions, and that settles it. And what you'll see is we'll close out like this today, bearish candle, and tomorrow, very easy, we target this gap fill the next day. So going into the press conference, only three things can happen. Only three things, and I'm going to line them out for you real quick here. Neutral scenario. This is not what we want. Neutral scenario. Let's map it out here. Let's move this down for you guys. You can take screenshots here. Neutral scenario tonight. Firstly, statement unchanged. And when I say unchanged, maybe one or two words change on it. The monetary policy statement unchanged, no new information added into it. Market literally accepts it as it is. Second one is Powell talks about the dot plot, and he indicates that they're still expecting rate cuts, but no clear indication as to when. A little bit dyslexia there. And the market is going to be like, fuck dude, when are you going to start cutting? Lagarde told us the summer months we'll start cutting. You're not giving us anything. And then also during the press conference, he just walks the rope. This is just like a little term where he's not dovish, he's not bullish, he just walks a very fine line. Everything is neutral. He talks in circles, doesn't really answer the guys from the press. He answers them with a question in a question, and they just stand there, bro, but that's not an answer. And he's like, all right, that's exactly what I wanted to do. The second one is, this is the second scenario. Let me just delete this. The second scenario, and this is where things can get very, very, this could get messy, chat. This is This is the messy one. So statement firstly, statement, new information shared in the statement. I'm just going to put the geopolitical. They make note of it. They also mention strong labor market. They also mention in the statement rates higher for longer. And if any one of the members, for instance, let's say the vote was say a 3-4 vote to keep the rates the same, that's also going to show a little bit of the Fed starting to backtrack in terms of cutting. And then the presser, if Powell comes out tonight and says purely data dependent, again reiterating the strong labor market, going to wait for the labor market to cool, let's put it labor market to cool, and can see rates being kept where it is till after the summer breaks. Markets are chalk chat. DXY is gonna rip like it's nobody's business. US30 is gonna sell off. NASDAQ is gonna die. Because why? If he suggests that the first cut only after the summer break in June for the US, all of this needs to get repriced. I've already showed you guys that May, the market is already starting to lean towards the first cut in May. And then all of this will need to move out lower. So then June, July will be the first rate cut expectation. The market currently expects 3 cuts by July. So the market is already leaning towards 3 rate cuts by July. So this will just flip everybody over. And then the dovish one. This is now the dove. This is what all the stock market bulls want. They want to see those doves in his pocket. Statement. Very easy here. In the statement they can say something like they I don't want to say how can I put it, where you are, I don't want to say you're happy with the labor market, but labor market softening, let's maybe call it that. Labor market softening as per expectations. Not expecting the tight labor market to have an effect on a 2% inflation target for price stability. Okay, that's the one. Labor market softening. Don't expect the labor market to have any effect on their 2% inflation target. They are also very happy with the decline in the headline inflation figures, and it seems like they are happy. That is all dovish. Then the press conference. If Powell comes out tonight and says that all members are in favor of the first rate cut in May, and it actually gives a date and it says May. In May we're expecting the first rate cut, also data dependent, but it gives an actual date. Dollar done, literally chalked. If he gives forward guidance tonight, let me just put that in bracket. If he gives forward guidance tonight, dollar is done, finished. And you can expect the dollar to die. So there's your 3 scenarios going. Oh yeah. Okay, there's your 1. Dovish, take a screenshot now. Hawkish, neutral. And that is what I've got. Keeks, I don't know how you've got it.
No, you're pretty spot on. I think I feel you've missed it.
But definitely, Chad. Keeks, I think the negative is if he's completely neutral and nobody gets a read on him.
Honestly, knowing how he normally is, Powell's always that guy trying to play hard to get. And we spoke about this year that it's the year of the rate cuts. Everyone's going to be doing it, and it's the idea of who's going to. And everyone at this point in time is talking about it. They're hinting. We all know it's coming, but it's trying to see who's going to be the first guy to actually cut rates. And at this point in time, I definitely don't think it's going to be Powell. So, like you're saying, the thing is you might catch him hinting. If he can give specific answers, it's like dates, that's where you're going to see those shockers come in. But what Powell loves to do, and we've seen this in previous FOMC meetings, he's very contradicting.
Yeah, that's a tightrope. It's like,
he says something and you'll be like, oh, dovish. And the literal next thing he'll talk about how hawkish they are.
It's hawkish.
So he'll talk about, like we need rate cuts, and then he'll talk about how, but our economy is thriving, the labor market's the best it's ever been, so why do we need to bring cuts in? And it's like, what the hell? So that's the thing with Powell. It's a very, very tough one. It really is with him. But I think in the scenarios you've given out basically all the scenarios, and you've given basically a clear indication what they can look out for.
Chad, again, please, if you've never watched a live FOMC, I've seen some guys get wrecked. You can almost call it the 10-minute shuffle. When he starts the press conference, like nothing is new. The monetary policy statement, let me just show you guys quickly here. The monetary policy statement and the Fed interest rate decision comes out together. So for 30 minutes, the market is quickly reading through the report. They're comparing it to the previous one. There's already within 5 minutes, you can literally type into Google Fed monetary policy statement changes, and there's already somebody that literally just highlighted and crossed through, struck through what changed. Then the press conference, that first 5 to 10 minutes, he is literally just reading this report. He's going to come out. Good evening, people. Just want to thank the members of the press, whatever. I'm Jerome Powell, the head of the Federal Reserve. It is our goal and mandate to keep price stability, to make sure that we reach our 2% inflation goal, what. And it's going to go through that, and it's going to read the monetary policy statement. And then when he says first question, that is when shit starts to fire. That is when you need to start locking in. The other guy you need to follow is, if you really want to get into fundamentals, is Nick Timmerhouse. So Nick Timmerhouse is from the Wall Street Journal. Go onto Twitter. They call him the Fed Whisperer. So that man single-handedly, just on his Twitter and on his articles that is written, has jawboned the Fed. The market has rallied like 300, 400, 500 points just purely on what Nick Timmerhouse has tweeted. So let me just find his profile here real quick. Give me a second. My Timmy boy. Nick Timmerhouse. Alright.
Alright. Chris, are you still going to be a while? Like, I'm just chatting with the guys and talking to them about the FOMC.
Yeah. Do you want to grab a meal?
The thing is, I'm going to go grab something to eat and then obviously start chatting to Mo about the content and that.
100%.
Alright, but then I'm going to be off. I will check you guys in New York. Have a good one, guys. Peace and love.
Nick Timmerhouse. Here's Nick Timmerhouse. Let me actually just share his handle here real quick with you guys. Is there a way to copy link to profile? Okay, Chad, I'm giving you golden nuggets here. Nick Timmerhouse. There's my boy Nick. I must actually get his book, Kiggs. We must get this $1 trillion triage.
Yeah. No,
Okay, so Nick, a lot of good data coming from Nick. This guy is an absolute beast. He is with the Wall Street Journal. Let me just make sure. Yeah, Wall Street Journal, chief economics correspondent. Listen, Nick asks very good questions during the press conference. He's very direct, and Nick has got a way to pull. Here's the thing, Chad. If you know economics, if you know journalism, if you know politics, this guy is a chess master at putting J Powell in a spot where he cannot walk the line. It's either a yes or a no. So when Nick asks a question, the market is literally sitting on the edge of their seat. So if you hear Powell recognizes Nick, and he's like, Nick says, "Thank you so much, Chair Powell. Nick Timmerhouse here from the Wall Street Journal," and then this man can single-handedly pull some information tonight for us from Powell. So go read through his Twitter. This is for guys that want to get into fundamentals. Go read what he's saying. A lot of good information, a lot of good stuff coming from Nick Timmerhouse. And press conference, that's all I can say. That is what's going to flip the switch tonight, is that press conference. And ultimately, that is what we're waiting for, that forward guidance. Let's quickly check here. We could be getting break even. We will catch more. Day is still young, 100%. You all need to take note of how much they don't want anyone to pay for the education here. Even suggested selling an ebook and they declined, keeping it free. Did the Chad notice yesterday how the setup looked background view when Mr. FBI opened up? Rattle Fix was on the podcast. Yeah, Chad, that wasn't the office. That was at my house. We had to go there because our power was off here at the office. Paul needs to listen to our boys' song to cheer up. Triggers our boys' song. Really love the look of the office. Hey guys, what about NASDAQ and US30? We spoke about this. Nick Timmerhouse, yes. What is your take on Value Funder? It's legit. Check them out, 100%. Thanks for the education, Chris and Keeks. This info really helps. 100% Isaac. Chad, one thing to consider, month end. It's month end flows. Guys are rebalancing books. We've got FOMC. This was a shot worth taking. Literally back where we started. So no harm, no foul done. If we had the move, we would have been in and out. Literally did only 21 pips, so we could have been in and out depending on spread. However, minus 6.9 pips for me, right idea, wrong execution. Not really wrong execution, just didn't play out. Got the move a little bit later. And again, the clean setups will come. The setups that literally go into your favor immediately, those setups will come. And for the rest of the day, I'm not looking at anything now. I almost want to say with month-end flows, I think things are going to be a bit rangy. If you just purely look at the hourly charts, things can get stuck into some type of consolidation before FOMC. And again, first FOMC of the year, first press conference of the year, Powell talking, hitting the wires. So don't get too caught up on one day's trading. I've shown you guys I'm down minus 0.01% on the month. Literally showing up every day, literally trading my plan. Didn't get a positive month. Still some time this afternoon. If there's a setup, I'm going to take it. But again, those months are going to come. The months where you are down, the months where you can't even lose a trade is going to come, where it feels like you're just hitting the wind. So don't measure yourself on 1 week's trading, 1 day's trading. You shouldn't feel anything. If your plan is there, it's outlined, you follow the plan. The statistical probability of success, if you've got a good trading strategy, will eventually play itself out. So keep calm. First month of the year, still a lot of trading to be done. We literally only halfway through the week. We still have tomorrow, we've got Friday, still 5 sessions left for the week, so take it easy. Let's quickly look at gold. Gold just holding this level. That's why I said it's very, very difficult. I've got a weird feeling, Chad, and I've got a weird feeling that if gold is going to go up, they're first going to take gold back here. I want to almost say that tonight you're going to see gold trading somewhere here at 2030 before the press conference, and then after that the move is going to happen. Only thing why I wouldn't necessarily take longs here is look at the 80. 80 was firmly bullish yesterday, and what is the 80 doing now? The 80 is now starting to crown a little bit here. So if you follow my strategy, you cannot take longs here purely due to the fact that the accumulation distribution is not supporting the buy volume. So I hope that makes sense. Where do you think GJ could sell to? Braza, at this stage, we've taken Asia lows now. There's some equal lows. Just purely looking on the daily, my daily target would have been this wick fill, 186.58. So I might off stream still hang around a little bit here. But again, if I'm going to sell here, one of two things need to happen. We need to see some type of closure below, and I need to see a retest fail and then a structure break. Then I can sell. Otherwise, this thing is relatively chalked. Not looking to buy it yet, any means of the word. Only way that I can really buy into this is if we can get above, not even Asia highs. Let me just look on the daily real quick. Give me a second. Yeah, this level here. This level here is where I'll potentially be able to look for buys, but other than that, it's still looking in sell mode here. But yeah, but you see this now is chalked. These equal highs here, so there's definitely liquidity for this to run back up to there. It's still in a range, literally back where we started, so can't really get a read on it unless we get some more price development around the pivot. Power of 3, yes. Power of 2 is also pretty powerful. Drive curtail nowhere before, not even during my previous mentorship scams that I ever hear this side of fundamentals. Bula, so although we have an entry exit criteria, we need to be aware of slow markets or ranging markets when trading over the same manager. 100% Vince. You need to, here's my thing. Price will only do one of two things. It's going to range or it's going to trend. It's your job. If you're stuck in a range, get out. If this say let's continue it for another 20-30 minutes, I would have just killed it. Trades that work, follow the order flow very quickly, go into your direction. Ranging markets, terrible to trade unless you're a range trader. I don't know how to trade it. Don't want to know. But yeah, other than that, let me see your EU analysis kindly. There's EU. Daily time frame, we did a quick analysis for you guys. I still mentioned I'm neutral on the day, but still with the potential to go bearish. Also mentioned this 200 EMA on the daily. You technically, if you want to see price really start to flash to the downside, you need to close below here. Otherwise, I was potentially, if the 80 could have started flipping bullish, I was potentially looking for some buys to take this back into the range to retest the pivot and to retest Asia highs. But at this stage, still bearish. 80 you can see is still bearish. Don't want to go bullish. And yeah, that is the session. Chad, we will see you guys at 4 p.m. I'm not going to be streaming FOMC. My office at home is open plan. My wife would absolutely smash me if I had to wake up the kids after they sleep. But going forward, I'm going to try and encapsulate my office at home, because I would love to do a live trading session with you guys for FOMC events. There's a lot of opportunity during those periods, but I cannot call that out on a Discord. By the time I enter and exit, when the thing comes through to you, it's already too late. So, but anyways, Chad, what a day! Not the result we expected. Some of you held minus 6.9 pips for me. Again, as mentioned, Jan not being the toughest month, but being a relatively tough month with the ranges we've got, and especially with our price has moved very range bound, and we've taken some of our shots, we've missed some of our shots, and ultimately we just pitch up and we show up every single day. We go back on our data, we review what we've done, and as long as you follow your plan, as long as you try and improve, at the end of the day, like I mentioned, I think it was on Monday's stream, you cannot lose. If you honestly give your best and really give your best, no way you can lose. There's not even a chance. So back yourself. See you guys at 4. Really appreciate all the support. Go and check out the podcast from Rydell yesterday. It was a good one. A little bit long, but it was good, and we will see you guys at 4. Let me just get us some jams on here before we leave. Let me get some jams on here. Let me get some jams on. Alright, chat. 2 guys at 4. Keep it clean, keep it tight, keep it light, keep it tidy. And we will see you guys a little bit later.